Hey guys, what's up? Welcome back to the channel. It's Cynicalex, and MFF decided to drop the December update preparation event. Normally not something to talk about because it's just generally things that we already know are going to be coming to the game, like the Alliance double donation with boost points and stuff, the pre-update event quest with the random question mark tokens, gold bonus mission, relay battle world, ISO A discount, Uru discount and combine, Odin's blessing chance up. But then they hit us with this little spicy number. Meet the batch with extra powers who are ready to protect their own kind. What? Please look forward to the December update. So this one sentence, those like, I don't know, 11 or 12 words have the Marvel Future Fight community in a proverbial tizzy. Or so I will say in my YouTube video in order to drum up more hype for what is the last update of the year. But meeting the batch with extra powers who are ready to protect their own kind. I'm not going to lie. Originally, when I saw the word batch, I thought of the Bad Batch and Star Wars and Stormtroopers, but obviously that's not the case unless we're finally having a Star Wars crossover, in which case we need Tier 4 Ahsoka, we need Tier 4, Tier 4 Mace Windu. Anywho, moving on. What could this mean? What could this mean? So, if you go over to the Reddit, which maybe you shouldn't, most people in the Reddit are, and I've read through the comments, are guessing that it's going to be mutants. Okay? Now, as far as the Brotherhood of Mutants goes, we have the majority of them in the game already. The Brotherhood of Mutants is also not a, strictly defined group. In the same way that the X-Men aren't necessarily always the same X-Men. The original X-Men, there's Angel, right? And then Angel had that whole apocalypse thing, blah, blah, blah. The characters come and go. So the Brotherhood of Mutants hasn't always been this exact group. You have Mystique here, who we already have in the game, Juggernaut, Magneto, Sabretooth. There's a Sentinel that they're crushing underneath. That doesn't necessarily vibe. But I think the three main members that we don't have in the game that exist in other games and exist in a lot of the media for the Brotherhood and are in Strike Force and things like that are Pyro in the background there, Blob over here on the right, and then Toad. Blob, Toad, and Pyro are, I think, the three biggies that we don't already have as part of the sort of main group of the Brotherhood. Quicksilver and Scarlet Witch have been part of the Brotherhood. There's a lot of other characters that have been part of the Brotherhood that we already have in the game. Dark Beast, Mr. Sinister, etc. As far as the main group goes, I think this is our best shot at what we could expect to see if it is a Brotherhood of Mutants update. Now, why are people saying it's a Brotherhood of Mutants update? Why did I sort of make that logical jump? Well, the extra powers thing sounds a bit sus. It sounds like mutants, right? What would be extra powers, right? And then batch implies that there's more than one. There's two. But really, the key word here that describes the Brotherhood of Mutants is this part at the end. Ready to protect their own kind. Their own kind implies that they are somehow different from the rest of the world, right? So it could be an Inhumans update, right? But you sort of get the vibe that there's like an othering going on. So I haven't seen anyone say it's an Inhumans update. It could absolutely be an Inhumans update. It fits the bill, right? Because they do get extra powers from the Terrigen Mist, and they do want to. They are ready to protect their own kind. Like the Inhumans throw down whenever their kind are threatened, literally anywhere. Like they're savage as hell. So it could be an Inhumans update. It could be a Mutant update. Mutant updates are generally speaking more popular than Inhumans updates. We've literally never had it. We had 1 or 2 Inhumans updates to date. We've had like 17 Mutant updates, two epic quests, etc. So yeah, a lot of people are thinking it's going to be mutants, but I did want to, and I am leaning towards mutants, but I did also want to throw something else out there. So there's the possibility that's an Inhumans update. There's also the possibility, however small, that it could be Black Panther Wakanda Forever Part 2, because there's a batch of characters in the Atlantean side. You have Atuma over here, and you have Namora here, and they are also ready to protect their own kind, i.e. the people, the Atlanteans under the water, right, who live in Talokan, along with Namor. I know this is a stretch, okay? I know it's a stretch. I know it sounds kind of flimsy as I'm saying it. I'm fully aware of that. However, Where's BP tier 4, man? I don't want to get hung up on it for too long, but it is kind of annoying. I'm not going to lie. It is pretty annoying. Also, Shuri not getting Black Panther uniform. It's pretty annoying. It's kind of a piss off. So, yeah. I think either one of these updates would be good. My guess is more people want to see a mutant update at this point than Black Panther Wakanda Forever Part 2, as sad as that sounds, just because the mutants have been shafted for so long. Like, we haven't had a dedicated mutant update in, like, what, almost 2 years? Basically that. We sort of, like, okay, oh, the Hellfire Gala, that was barely an update, but yes, you could call that a mutant update. But besides that one, at the beginning of the year, before that, we only had one last year with Rogue, Gambit, and Cable in February or March. So we've really been averaging very few mutant upgrades, and there are still a lot of mutants that need just basic upgrades. It's not even like, you know, sure, we could get tier 4 Magneto, which is a rumor that's going around that he's been data mined, although I have not had any confirmation that that is true, so I cannot confirm that at all. But if you take a look at the mutants who have just not gotten tier 3 or Transcendence, man, there's still a lot of them, right? You've got Strife there. You've got Beast, Dakin, Sabretooth, Warpath, Bishop, Dazzler, Jubilee, Kid Omega, Magic, Negasonic, Rachel, Weapon Hex, Angel, Domino, Phantom X, Kitty. You got a lot. You know, you got like 17 characters, 16, 17 characters who have not gotten anything besides tier 2. And that normally wouldn't be, you'd be like, oh, Alex, there's so many other characters that don't have anything beyond tier 2. Okay, yeah, but are those characters being featured in major content, right? Where they're telling you, hey, we need you to build mutants, right? Because we're going to make the requirements here. Where are they? We're going to make the requirements mutant. And then we're going to make the requirements mutant again. You see what I'm saying? Like, they're really stuffing this mutant thing in our face, but then not upgrading these characters. So it kind of doesn't make sense. So yeah, I just wanted to bring that to your attention. A lot of people are talking about it, and you know, again, it's not necessarily mutants. It definitely fits the bill for mutants, and you know, ready to protect their own kind is kind of the motto of the Brotherhood. Whereas Xavier, Professor X, and his group are sort of like trying to make peace with at least the old version. With Krakoa and Hickman's new version, it's all twisted up now, but not twisted up, but it's been changed. But the old way of viewing the X-Men was that, you know, the X-Men and Xavier were trying to make peace with humanity and coexist, whereas the Brotherhood and Magneto, who are sort of like the bad guys, not exactly, they are not interested in making peace with the humans, but their ultimate goal is to just protect all mutant kind and rule the world if they have to or if they can, in order to make sure that humans never subjugate or sort of abuse each other or other mutants ever again. So yeah, protecting their own kind is again, it's definitely up for interpretation. At the same time, it sounds like a Magneto thing to say, right? But it could be an Inhumans thing, it could be a Talokan thing, it could be something entirely different, and I'm way off. But I'm kind of hoping that this is a bigger update than we expect. There's the possibility as well, I want to just throw it out there, that it could be an epic quest. I don't want to get your hopes up too high because I know I'm reaching for the sky here. But we've already had 2 X-Men epic quests, right? We've already had 2. Mutant, I should say, not X-Men. Mutant epic quests. Maybe they go for another one. I don't know. I don't know. There's a lot of mutants that they could still add to the game that we've asked for, right? If you go back and you look at that quiz, that poll that they did where they had us fill out the survey, and it was like the top 10 most requested characters. 3 of the characters on that list have still not been added, and they are mutants: Polaris, Havoc, and Omega Red. So that's already 3. If you just throw in Blob and Toad, you've got yourself an epic quest, right? You add in like one other mutant for the native tier 2 or the native tier 3 or whatever. You've got yourself an epic quest right there, you know? And Omega Red is a very strong mutant, and Wolverine is a native tier 2. I could see Omega Red being the native tier 3, you know? I'm not saying I'm not saying this is, you know, I'm just saying, right? It could definitely fit. If it's Inhumans, though, I don't see how they do a good Inhumans update, Inhumans epic quest update. There's just not that many interesting Inhumans left. There's a lot of like fringe Inhumans. So yeah. And then if they just do like X-Men, like mutants, there's so many cool mutants that they haven't added besides the three that I named from the Brotherhood, like Sunspot, Richter. There's just like there's a laundry list of mutants that they could use still that aren't in the game. So yeah, hit me up in the comments down below. Let me know what you think of the batch with extra powers who are ready to protect our own kind. What does it mean? We should be seeing a sneak peek tonight, so we'll know very soon, but it's fun to speculate in the meantime. Thank you so much for watching. Smash the like button, and I'll see you in the next one. Take care.